Mayor Bloomberg spoke just briefly a few moments ago, and one thing that caught my attention was he said that at some point Con Edison could pull the plug on people living in Zone A, which includes Lower Manhattan. And what he said basically is that they can't afford for their cables to get destroyed by the flooding. Right. So at some point tonight, without any notice, you may have no electricity if you're living in Lower Manhattan or in Zone A. And that's where Ty Hernandez is in Lower Manhattan this morning. What's the word on the street, Ty?
Yeah, the mayor's really trying to paint a picture here for folks that it is going to get very uncomfortable, if not dangerous, soon here. And we're already seeing some rain. Hopefully people will start taking this a little more seriously. I'll just show you Battery Park here. We've been looking at it all morning. A lot less crowds at this point, and you can kind of tell anyone who's out is pretty much a tourist, just trying to see what they can for the day and hopefully heading back to their hotel, because the mayor in his news conference could not have been clearer. He told people they need to get to the shelters as soon as possible to avoid some being at capacity and having to go check out another one, really urging people to leave if you're in Zone A, which is where we are here in Lower Manhattan, because this is coming. Here's what he had to say.
PD is also sending vehicles with sound equipment throughout the area to broadcast the message that this is a dangerous hurricane that is approaching and residents must evacuate to safety. They will be doing that all afternoon into the evening, but keep in mind, if you want to evacuate later on, you're going to be on your own. You'll have to walk, or you're going to have to find some ways to use a car or a taxi.
Now, the mayor also warning people about the subway closures. He says don't try to get on the train at 12 noon, which is when they're starting to shut down. He said, and if you don't have to take it at this point at 10 o'clock in the morning, don't even get on, because this is a situation that is going to approach faster than we think. One other concern here in Lower Manhattan, we'll show you the picture of the Freedom Tower. This thing is more than 77 stories tall now, and there's a crane on top of it. Certainly, people who've worked on the site have battened everything down, but we just haven't experienced anything like we think we might, so we just don't know what the outcome is going to be. They're also worried about flooding in the bathtub of the site in Lower Manhattan and Ground Zero, which could complicate things even further. So the bottom line here in Lower Manhattan, the mayor is urging you to leave, to make plans. And by the way, if you have a pet, because we have seen a lot of dog walkers in this area, he said, the ASPCA, I should say, is telling you to bring your pets with you to shelters if they can be contained. Don't leave them at home, because there is no telling when you can get back to them if the worst case scenario happens here. That's the latest from Lower Manhattan. Roseanne and Steve, back to you.
All right, good advice. Thanks, Ty.